Now that's a sure sign we're in Mexico. Oh, there's one. Not a very big one at all. Little bitty guy. It's a start though for that bait. Just a pound and a half. Yeah, you don't see that cowboy riding a horse every day in Texas. You know, when a guy asks me, hey, what's a great tournament lake to fish? I think of lakes like Kentucky Lake, big dynamic lakes you can catch a lot of bass on. Lake Champlain's another one. There's a bunch of good ones, but I'll tell you one that is really, really awesome is Lake Amistad. I mean, a big lake, got tons of fish, and you can catch them anywhere. You can catch them in creeks, you can catch them out on the main lake, deep or shallow, grass or rock or bushes. I mean, you basically got everything here, and to me, that's the definition of what a great tournament lake is.
Straddling the border between Texas and Mexico, Lake Amistad was dammed in 1969 as a flood control project. Fed by the Rio Grande and the Devil's River, the lake has a surface area of nearly 65,000 acres. And for years, Lake Amistad was virtually unknown outside the state until the Professional Bass Tour put it on the map in 2004. The lake is now considered one of the finest bass fisheries in the nation.
I missed one right there. Not a big one at all. Right in that same area. Caught that on a toad. He hit it totally on top. Big fish. Pound, 3/4, 2 pounds, but we're starting to get some bites. Usually on Amistad, you know, Amistad's not one of those lakes that you just catch all big fish. I mean, you can sometimes find an area deep down in the grass, you catch a big one, but a lot of times they'll be mixed in big ones and little ones, and you know, that's just kind of the way it ends up happening. And there's just tons of little fish in this lake too, but it was a bite, and see if we can turn it into something bigger. You know, one of the great things about Amistad is there's not a certain great place to fish on that lake. You can catch them anywhere. It's a clear water lake, and it's not one of those lakes that you have to be on a certain spot or in a certain bay. Anywhere on that lake's got great fishing. It's got deep water and shallow water. It's got bushes and grass, but it doesn't matter where you pull up, you can catch a lot of fish. Oh, there's a good one. He's not as big as I thought, but. Now, I'm using heavy equipment right here because there's so much grass. That fish gets balled up down in there. And this one isn't huge, but you'll see how much grass is coming up around him. And you know, I'm able to actually haul him right through that. Now, that bait hit the water and he bit it just as soon as he could. Fat fish, I'll tell you what, he's eating good. Let's get another one. Now, that was my first cast after I caught that last one. I made a cast, caught another one. I definitely think there's some fish in here. And like I said, I mean, I kind of ended up in this little area because, I mean, it's a huge flat of grass. You could end up anywhere through it, but I just heard a couple little blow-ups, and I just thought, you know, I'm gonna just at least go through that area where I kind of heard those blow-ups. It wasn't much, it was just a little bit, but just paying attention a lot of times will get you in the right spot. Not a great big one, but there's a bunch of them right in there. I've been, as we kind of been easing up on this area, you know, we've been catching some, and as I've been easing up, I've been kind of seeing them, you know, bust occasionally. You know, not big schooling, just busting here and there. There's a lot of fish around here. I got to get back out there. Hey, come check us out on Facebook. Send us your pictures and your questions. We want to know what you're doing out on the water. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Triton Boats builds equipment that professional anglers and serious amateurs look for in tournament bass boats. Their attention to detail in the factory means that once on the water, anglers can focus on the fish. So if you're looking for a tournament-level boat that offers an advanced blend of fishability and performance, stop by your local Triton dealer or visit them online at tritonboats.com. We'll be right back with more from Fishing Texas.